Hey everybody, what's going on? Well, let's take a look at some rank desperation over here. This is what happens when you've been pushing from your left-wing numbnuts in Congress and the mainstream media accomplices out there that white supremacists, they're around every corner waiting to, I don't know, machete up a bunch of brown people or a bunch of Jews. Take a look at this. Rockland County synagogue stabbings, suspect in police custody, and take a look at that individual right there. That's clearly not a white supremacist. I mean, if you're just listening to this dude's black or brown. I mean, he's dark as fuck. He's certainly not a white supremacist. There's no white supremacist group out there that is going to take this individual and still call themselves white supremacists because this dude's clearly not white. But hey, why let that get in the way of wrecking your narrative that whiteys are out there killing everybody? Take a look at some of these authoritative sources, blue check mark Twitter accounts, not giving up the lie that white people are causing brown people to join white supremacist groups and attack people of minority status, I guess. I'm not quite sure. Here's Aaron Biba, the situation in New York. And let's be clear, we don't know who perpetrated the Monsey attack yet, is massively complicated and a growing division among two communities. What we need right now is a way to find solidarity with each other against our shared enemy of the white supremacists. And of course, she's not alone. Here's Nathan Schneider. Trump is directly to blame for this anti-Semitic violence, and if we don't take drastic steps to address this threat, the attacks will become worse and more frequent. Hashtag Monsey. So if all of this, by the way, is sounding familiar to you, if you're feeling like you're living in some sort of lefty hellscape Groundhog Day, it's because they just pulled this same shit a few weeks ago, where in Jersey City you had a Jewish kosher deli, and it was shot up. And we had the exact same play out from all of these same places, right? The blue checkmark authoritative sources on Twitter were all running around saying it was white supremacist, it was Donald J. Trump's fault. You had those squad members, Ilhan Omar, AOC, running around saying, well, this attack on Jewish people is because of white supremacists and Donald J. Trump. And of course, the media lapdogs, the lefty shill Hollywood people, the Yentas on The View, all saying the same thing. Then when you find out that it was a Muslim couple, and they had religious text in the car, and they carried this out in regards to their faith, shit gets memory hold, right? And by the way, none of those people, as far as I'm aware, came out and apologized for blaming Donald Trump and white people for two Muslim individuals shooting up a Jewish kosher deli, right? We did a video on that situation, and then we did a stream a few days later, and we were able to pull up that AOC's tweets were still up, right? Days after we found out what the hell went down in that situation, she still had tweets saying Donald Trump was responsible for ginning up white supremacy for getting these people in the deli killed. I'm sitting there going, that's clearly a conspiracy theory. It's first of all, it's clearly wrong. I mean, it's just factually wrong at this point. She's allowed to keep that up. Twitter doesn't seem to be too concerned about conspiracy theories pushed by lefty blue checkmarks out there, even when they're flat out wrong. But anyway, you're watching the same exact situation play out again with this situation. You got a lunatic who storms this house where they're celebrating Hanukkah, and he starts macheting people up. By the way, all of the news reports I've seen the New York Post one and two others, when they're going over this situation, they don't point out the person's name, they're not pointing out the person's possible religious affiliation, they're not pointing out that the dude clearly is not a white dude, clearly looks like he's dark brown, Muslim, possibly, not quite sure. I have no idea. We don't know his religious affiliation now. All I know is he's clearly not a white supremacist, and they try to downplay everything. They're like, oh, a knife-wielding dude attacks this Jewish Hanukkah celebration. Knife-wielding? Dude had a straight-up machete, right? More appropriately, it should be sword-wielding lunatic ambushes a bunch of people celebrating Hanukkah, but no. They're all trying to downplay this because it's starting to come out that this doesn't fit their narrative, that it was a white supremacist Trump supporter macheting up people wearing a MAGA hat. And so they're going to memory hold this, but you won't hear about this story, actually, at this point. It ran for, a day? Now it's going to be toast, but not before all of these blue checkmark assholes can run around and blame Donald Trump and white supremacists over this. Absolutely insane, but this is what happens when you've got a narrative to run, when you've got propaganda to push, right? You can't let the truth come out, because the truth in this situation, the truth in the Jersey City mass shooting situation, all of that stuff hurts the lefty mantra of just import a bunch of people from the third world into this country and everything will be fine. They're all engineers and doctors, you bigots out there. They're all going to be a benefit to our economy, all right? The way to fix this racist country over here is to diversify it with a bunch of people who hate you. Nothing bad could possibly happen. And then when something goes down, right, there seems to be some animosity between these two religious groups, the Jewish people and the Muslims out there. Whenever anything happens and those people are blended together, well, fuck it, we'll just blame white supremacists and Donald J. Trump. Meanwhile, I've never seen Donald J. Trump say anything negative about Jewish people. Where's all this coming from? Where are all these press releases where Donald Trump is like, all right, we're going to build the wall, and we're going to kick all those Jews out? Like, is it all the secret dog codes and the hand signs and all the secret Morse code signals being sent in the background that I'm supposed to hate Jewish people whenever I listen to Donald Trump? I'm missing it, boys. I didn't get my handbook on who to hate this month. But anyway, there you have it. The lefties blaming Donald Trump when a fucking dude who doesn't look like he supports Donald Trump at all attacks a bunch of Jewish people, because you can't let a good catastrophe like this, a good crisis, never let it go to waste, boys. Whenever anything happens, even if it's brown people of a certain religious faith butchering people up, just blame white people and Donald Trump. Why? Because why the fuck not? Alright guys, thanks so much for watching the video, supporting the channel. If you're interested in being kept up of all of this gaslighting out there, make sure you hit the subscribe button and make way, because the salt must flow.